guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Ellen Ashton and I'm a fine art wedding and portrait photographer based in Dallas, Texas. So you guys, I just want to say really quick how incredibly thankful I am for y'all, because this YouTube launch was literally like the best thing ever. Literally. Everybody was just so supportive and encouraging, and it really means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. If you left a sweet comment of encouragement or sent me a private message, it really just means the world to me. So one of the things that a lot of people were asking is how to use their DSLR camera. So I thought today I'd give you guys 2 tips for improving your photography skills. And I figured this would be really great for anybody who is maybe a boutique owner, a blogger, or a florist, or anybody who really wants to take photos for their business or just wants to take better photos of their kids. I would love to share these tips with you guys. But before I do that, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. It's so important to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you don't get notified when new videos are uploaded. So if you want to keep learning, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. And also, I would love it so much if you guys would head on over to Instagram and follow me at Ellen Ashton, or follow me on my website at www.ellenashton.com. Okay guys, let's hop on into the video. So you guys, I wish that somebody would have given me these tips when I first started. Learning photography can be so overwhelming, especially if you don't know all the terminology of photography lingo. And I know that when I first started and I was trying to read up on how to use my camera and how to, take pictures, it was just so overwhelming because I didn't know any of the terminology. So guys, I'm gonna try my best to really just break it down into simple terms that are easy to digest. So the first thing is what is the difference between shooting in automatic and shooting in manual? Well, it's as simple as this. Shooting in automatic, your camera is telling you what's going to be in focus. It's going to be telling you how much light's coming in. It's doing all the work for you. And shooting in manual, you're telling the camera what to do, what to focus on, how much light is coming in. So those are really the big differences. Now the downfall with shooting in automatic is that you're not in control of what's happening. So just because you see something in your mind and you're wanting to take a picture of it doesn't mean that the camera is going to register what you're wanting in focus. It chooses the focal points for you, and it chooses how much light's coming in. So that's the beauty of learning manual, is so you get to tell the camera what you want it to do. So the 2 tips that I'm going to be telling you guys about today are ISO and shutter speed. Now these can seem a little intimidating at first, and I totally get it. I was overwhelmed with learning photography in the beginning as well. But these are really simple ways to improve your picture taking capabilities. Now I've got my other camera right here, and I'm just going to show you guys a quick little tip on how I do it. Now ISO is a button that's right up here, and it's determining how bright or how dark your photos are going to be. So if you're outside and you want to have, and it's really bright outside, you're going to want a really low ISO, because the lower the ISO, the darker the image. The higher the ISO, the brighter the image. Now the only downfall with this is that if you're shooting indoors at a really high ISO, just know that your images might be a little grainy, because that is something that happens with a really high ISO. So when you're outside, it's really important not to shoot at a high ISO, because your images might turn out really grainy, and it'll be a little too bright anyways. So a good rule of thumb is to shoot at a 200 ISO outside, and then just determine what you need if you go inside. A lot of times when I'm indoors and I'm not using a flash, I will keep my ISO anywhere from 1600 to maybe 2000. So just to give you an idea of how I like to use my ISO indoors. So the second thing that's really important, you guys, is shutter speed. Now this one can be a little bit more tricky to explain, because it's kind of a complicated terminology, but I'm going to try my best to really break it down so it's not so complicated. So when you're shooting a shutter speed, it is determining, so I'm going to take my lens off so that you can see the difference in shutter speed. So I'm going to turn my camera on, and when a shutter speed is really low, I'm going to turn it really low, it's gonna move really slow. Like this little mirror thing, it flaps up and down. That's your shutter speed. So this is gonna be 1/13 of a second. Do you see how slow that was? because that was so slow, it was letting a lot of light in. So if I were to have, first of all, nobody ever shoots this low because it's like you have to have a tripod to be able to have the image be steady, because it's a long time that your shutter is being opened. So that's what it is when it's really slow, and this is what it is when it's really fast. Do you see the difference? So this one's going to be letting light in really quickly, so it's not going to have as much brightness to the photo, whereas the lower you go, the more light that's coming in. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I know this is a really complicated thing, but really and truly, if we're just breaking it down super simple, the lower the number of your shutter speed, the more light that's going to come in, because it's dragging. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be really slow, so more light's going to come in. And the higher the number, the quicker it's going to be. It's going to be real quick. So this little guy is letting light in and out, and you're just telling your camera how much of that light you want to be in your photo. And it's the same with the ISO. The ISO is going to tell you how much light and how bright your photos are going to be. So those are two very simple ways of using shutter speed and ISO, but I just want to encourage you guys to get those cameras out and just play. Go outside with your kids, go outside with your pets, go outside with your loved ones, maybe walk around the neighborhood and just try these tips out using them. Photography is one of those crazy things. It's kind of like a math equation. There's several different ways you can do it to get the same answer. So as long as you guys are having fun, as long as you're trying your best and exploring the different avenues that you can use your camera, that's all that matters. So I hope these tips were super helpful to you guys, and if you would like to see more videos, or if you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments down below so that I can be sure to work on those for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day, and I look forward to the next one. Bye, you guys.